She was 17, a girl with no freedom and no control over her own body. For 3 long days, she labored in pain. Her cries echoed across the fields of Alabama, but no one came. When it was over, her baby was gone, and her body was broken. She could not hold her water. She could not walk without pain. And those who enslaved her turned away in disgust. Her name was Anarcha. She was enslaved, forgotten, left to suffer in silence. But from her pain, modern medicine was born. This is her story. Anarcha was born around 1828, somewhere in Alabama. No birth record, no family name, no trace of her childhood. Like so many enslaved women, her life began in silence. But in the summer of 1845, her name would be written, not in honour, but in pain. At 17, Anarcha gave birth after 3 unbearable days of labour. The child did not survive. The birth left her with a terrible wound, a fistula, a tear between her bladder and her birth canal. Her body leaked constantly. Her pain never stopped. Her dignity was taken from her. Then came Dr. James Marion Sims, ambitious, determined, hungry for discovery. He did not see Anarcha's suffering. He saw an opportunity, a chance to experiment, a chance to make himself famous. He convinced local slave owners to lend him women with the same injury. Among them were Anarcha, Lucy and Betsey. He built a small hospital in his backyard, a rough wooden shed with no running water, no anaesthesia, no mercy. And there his experiments began. Between 1845 and 1849, Anarcha was operated on more than 30 times. 30 times she was cut open, stitched, and cut again. Each operation was done without anaesthesia. Ether existed, but Sims refused to use it. He claimed that black women didn't feel pain like white women did. That lie gave him permission to continue. Every scream, every tear became a note in his medical journals. When she fainted, he revived her. When she healed just enough to stand, he operated again. But she was not alone. Lucy and Betsey were there too. They took turns being patients and nurses. They cleaned each other's wounds, held each other's hands, whispered prayers through the night. They were sisters, bound not by blood, but by survival. Sims wrote that he experimented upon them, but he did not write about their courage. He did not write about their strength. In 1849, after 4 years, Sims announced his success. He claimed he had cured Anarcha using silver sutures. He became a hero. He moved to New York City, opened the Women's Hospital, and treated white women, this time with anaesthesia. He was praised as the father of modern gynecology. But in all his writings, in all his speeches, he never spoke Anarcha's name. He erased her. He erased them all. For more than a century, the world remembered him and forgot them. Statues of Sims stood in New York, Alabama, and South Carolina. Hospitals carried his name. Students studied his discoveries, but no one told them how those discoveries were made. Anarcha's name disappeared, her pain reduced to a footnote, her voice lost to time. But history has a way of resurfacing. In recent years, scholars and artists began to ask who were the women behind the experiments. And slowly, their names returned. Anarcha, Lucy, Betsey. Now remembered as the Mothers of Gynecology. In Montgomery, Alabama, a monument now stands, 3 bronze figures rising from the earth, created by artist Michelle Browder. Their scars turned to metal, their pain transformed into strength. And in 2018, the statue of Sims was finally removed from Central Park. The man once celebrated, now remembered for his cruelty. In 2023, writer J.C. Hallman uncovered new documents, evidence that Anarcha lived on, under the name Anna K. Jackson in Virginia, married to a man named Lorenzo Jackson, a woman still carrying the scars, but finally no longer invisible. Her story is being told again, and this time by the world that once ignored her. Anarcha's life forces us to ask how much suffering is too much in the name of progress. She could not consent, she could not refuse, and yet her endurance changed the course of medicine forever. Her pain became knowledge. Her silence became history. Her body became the foundation of healing for millions. She was not a footnote in another man's story. She was the story. So say her name, Anarcha, and remember those who stood beside her, Lucy and Betsey. They were not patients. They were pioneers, the true mothers of modern medicine. Because sometimes the greatest discoveries come from the voices we refused to hear. May we never forget them again.